At this time of year, recording videos is actually kind of a difficult process because, I don't know if you know this, but my office is in a converted garage. And that's something that was done in about 2017, maybe 2018, I don't remember exactly. But there's not exactly what you would call good air conditioning or airflow in my office. So at this time of year, it gets very, very warm. So a lot of the time when I'm not working, I will sit with the door open because it's just open to the outside. I'll have a fan going to sort of pull air in and circulate it around and bring the temperature down to something nice and cool. When I sat down to record this video, I then got back up because I remembered I had to close the door. And I looked onto the roof of my house and I could see a pigeon. Now, I'm telling you this not because I think it's interesting that there was a pigeon on that roof, but because that's the very pigeon that on more than one occasion has woken me up in the morning because it will sit on the roof of my neighbor's house, which is just outside my bedroom window, and very loudly do pigeon things. It will very loudly make noise, and it's quite a frustrating thing. It's especially frustrating when it's about 5 in the morning and I'm just getting to bed and I've got the window open because it's so warm and all I can hear is just constant. It's very, very frustrating. I'm bringing this up because I'm still having issues with my prisoners going to sleep. And I don't think it's because they're dealing with pigeons. I have been reading some comments and there's a lot of you seem to think it might be a bug in the game. I did see one comment that mentioned it could be an issue with copying and pasting. So what I've done is I've gone into all of my cells and I basically removed them and then placed them down again manually without just copying and pasting the rooms themselves. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully we're going to see people actually go to sleep and chill. But I've also seen comments saying maybe removing the bookcases would be a way to fix things. Maybe for some reason that's causing issues. I don't really know. I'm really not too sure. Although I did also see comments saying that one thing to do would be to add a guard cat patrol to deliveries, because that's going to help us to track what's coming in and potentially sniff out narcotics. So that's where we're going to start today. We're going to go in and set up a dog handler patrol or two over in the good old deliveries area. So basically, that's not what I'm looking for. I want patrols is what I'm looking for. So we want to go and say we'll do a blue patrol right there. We'll do a magenta patrol right there. And I'm basically going to say at all times, I want to have dog handlers going back and forth here. I want to make sure that we are sniffing out anything that's coming into this prison. And hopefully that's going to help us out a little bit. We'll see if that actually does maybe reduce the amount of narcotics coming into the prison. I don't know if it will, but you never know. It certainly seemed like they sniff things when they get close to them. So maybe we'll see what happens when this comes in, for example. So that's getting dropped off. It's a bunch of eggs. And as they get close to it, they sniff it. There's nothing. They sniff it. And there's nothing. So that's not too bad. And then they're going to go and swap out for 2 other cats. And that's basically what we're looking for. So that's good. That's hopefully going to keep things moving along. And I think what we can also probably do is go ahead and grab another couple of dog handlers. So maybe we go for 1, 2, 3, 4 more of them, just to make sure that we have enough cats around to look after the prison. And hopefully that will help. Hopefully that will solve the issues with, contraband and whatnot. I don't know if it will, but we'll keep an eye on that and see if it does. Now, oh my God, who's dead? Why, Miller? Seriously, you just killed another guard. All right, well, I'll go ahead and replace that guy. Seriously, the turnover rate for guards in this prison is ridiculous. But hopefully the thing with the cats there will help. Now, another thing I've seen is a suggestion to deploy armed guards to the prison, and I'm very tempted to do that, but what's holding me back is the idea that if my prisoners get the jump on an armed guard, the prisoners are going to have shotguns. And that's, I don't know about you, but it's not ideal you know, the prisoners having shotguns. It's not exactly what I want. Oh no, this is interesting. We are actually finding things. We just found some poison in this, this container right here. So we absolutely are finding some things. I'm also just realizing that my workers are often coming through here and picking up boxes before the guard cats can get to them. So at the very least, we're going to have fewer things coming in here. So I suppose that's for the best. I suppose that's going to, at the very least, help us out a bit. There's more poison. So again, hopefully that actually does what I want it to do. And hopefully we can get this built in a good amount of time as well. Because I would like to bring more prisoners in. And hopefully we can. Hopefully, you know, we can go up to 60 prisoners. We've also managed to train a couple of guards in disarming right here, per this, this grant right here. We've also not produced a single license plate, which is kind of interesting, actually. Let's have a quick look at grants and see what's going on with that. So they want me to increase my prison's profitability and are willing to invest funds to help build workshops to turn my prisoners into a labor force. Okay. So we have that going on. That's currently a thing. We do have people assigned to work in there, right? If I go to logistics and prison labor, I don't. Well, that'll be why no one's working there. That explains a lot, actually. And we do have 6 prisoners qualified, so hopefully we're going to see that start to happen, and we'll start to see some money come through. Hopefully that'll be fewer prisoners that are running around doing nothing in the middle of the day. So we'll see what happens. Oh, what do you want, Warden? What do you want? A fire. Wait, oh my God. All right. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. And the prisoners aren't going to like this, but we're going to send all willing prisoners back to their cells. We're going to immediately go in here with 2 fire trucks, which is fortunately not too expensive. And we want those to come through as quickly as possible. And I want to grab the firefighters. So you guys need to come down here. Or don't. I guess we'll grab you guys and send you to there. I need to grab you guys and send you to there. And let's see if we can put this out before it gets too bad. It's looking like it's spreading a little bit. Oh, I can aim hoses manually. Ooh, I didn't know I could do that. All right. I think I've managed to put the fire out. Nearly. Almost. There it goes. Right, fire's gone, so that's great. Let's dismiss these guys and get them out of here. And let's rebuild everything again. You know, I have a feeling I need sprinklers. I just have a feeling that sprinklers might be a worthwhile investment, given that this is now the 2nd fire that we've had. And I should also mention that I did see a comment that was like, so you had a fire, and instead of investing in sprinklers, you invested in marble floors for the canteen. Yeah, that is exactly what I did. That is 100% what I did. And look, I never said I was a smart man. Okay, never said I was a genius. I just figured, you know, after a traumatic fire, they might want something a little bit nicer to walk on. So, you know, I gave them something a little bit nicer to walk on, I guess, is what I did. We probably should go ahead and get sprinklers though. So let's actually do that. Let's get a fire sprinkler in this kitchen. And we'll go ahead and get like 2 of them up in that kitchen as well and see what happens. And honestly, I'm going to put them in the corners around the canteen just to see if that helps a little bit. And we'll do the same down here as well, just to see if that helps a little bit to contain any potential fires. And hopefully it does. Hopefully that solves the issues with the kitchens catching fire and whatnot. I'll be slightly annoyed if it doesn't, I'll be honest, but it's also me and it's Prison Architect, so it's a solid possibility that it'll do absolutely nothing. But for now, we'll get that connected. I think we need a pipe there and a pipe there as well. And then up this way, they should all be connected. The ones in the middle won't be, so we'll run a pipe across there and see how that goes. And like I said, hopefully that's going to stop the fires from spreading too much. Also, do we have anyone working in here? It doesn't... Oh, wait, they're still in bang up. That's why. Let's just go ahead and stop that. And let's see. Is anyone going to go to work in the workshop? Oh, God, they're fighting. And they're throwing up I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to be honest. Not really sure. At the very least, this guy's working. So we do have some work going on in here, which is great news. It seems they're reorganizing everything right now, which is whatever. It also looks like they're not actually working with metal, and instead they're working with wood. But honestly, that stuff is valuable, so that should be all right. Hopefully we get more people working in here, and we'll see, you know, license plates actually get made and produced, and we'll be able to, you know, complete that grant. Now, I will say it does seem like a lot of my prisoners are sleeping in their cells, which is great, but I did just notice something, which is that a lot of them were sleeping right there, and then it became shower time. So I almost wonder if the reason my prisoners aren't sleeping is because they have this free time here where they would like to go to sleep. So I almost think we should change this around a little bit, and maybe we don't do free time here. Maybe we change that out for yard time so they get some exercise, then they go and eat, then they go shower, and then they have a little bit of free time before bed. That seems like a better way to go, because then if they go to sleep at 10 p.m. during free time, they'll just continue to sleep through the night, and it does seem like a lot more of them, not everybody, but definitely a lot more of them are sleeping than they were before. So we still have some issues. Like this guy here, for example, has a pretty good list of needs at the minute. This guy's not too happy either. Their hygiene's a bit terrible, but definitely seems like more of them are sleeping than previously were. So that's good enough for me as far as I'm concerned. That'll certainly do the job. We're also going to go ahead and bring in another few prisoners, and apparently we've just found a tunnel. Okay, let's bring this up to 60. So we're bringing 11 prisoners in, and given that we found a tunnel here, I think what we're going to need to do is immediately make it a priority to remove that. We just had 3 escapes today. So there's a tunnel in this cell block that is linked to 3 cells, which is a bit of a problem. So if we get rid of this exit, we can see where it goes, and it goes to those 3 right there. So we basically haven't been searching cells for tunnels regularly enough. So what we can do is go to tunnel search, go to custom schedule, and we actually don't have a custom schedule for this. So we will say all sectors. It's going to start at, I think, say 8 in the morning. And honestly, I'm going to do this every day, is what we'll do. It's going to over 7 in the morning. It is already there, apparently. But we'll do 7 in the morning, and we'll just search for tunnels, essentially. And we'll see if that works out for us. I've also apparently missed one of the showers right there. So let's fix that real quick. And it does seem like this entire area is good to go. So let's go ahead to patrols and see if we can't, you know, make this a little bit better. So what I'll do is I'm just going to bring a blue patrol around the showers. We'll bring a magenta patrol around the cell block. And then if we go into the various, you know, times and whatnot, go to patrols. We want to assign guards. And at this time of night, let's just put, I guess, 4 of them there. So hold on. There's already 2 on this one. So we would want, I guess, there's 1 here. So hold on a minute. There's 2 here and 1 there. So 2, I guess, here and 1 there. And then at this time, we want 2 by the showers. At this time, we've got 2 there. So 2 there as well, or not. I guess 2 here should do the job, and that'll be all right. During this time, nothing. During this time, we have 2 here. So we're going to want to say 2 and 1. And I think that's about everything. I think that should be good enough for the cell blocks to keep everyone under control and under a watchful eye. So we'll see if that works out. Hopefully the little expansion does good and the prison doesn't go, you know, completely to hell. I'm not certain that it won't, but hopefully. Oh, and just like that, we have an automatic tunnel search going on. So we should see that, yep, there are no tunnels. I'm actually slightly annoyed. I guess they dug that tunnel over the course of like a day. Oh my God, seriously? How? How did you die? Murdered by prisoner with fork. Oh, you killed him. All right. Maybe we need to start putting more guards in the showers. Maybe that's kind of what we should look at. So shower time, I'm going to say 2 in there. Let's go for 4 in all of the showers, and we'll try to like massively outnumber them. And then we should have a bunch of guards in here patrolling the canteen, which We don't currently. Interesting. Where are my guards? So during this time, it's patrols. I don't think we have enough guards, is what I'm coming to realize here. So let's go up to like, let's say 30 guards and see if that helps us a bit. We have a lot of them going in here. Of course. Oh my God. One of them just died. I just hired that guy. My God. Okay. Well, at the very least, we should now have enough guards in the canteen to stop them from going too crazy. So hopefully things will be a little bit better. And hopefully the prisoners will stop going absolutely crazy every time they go into the canteen. No guarantees, but hopefully. Oh my God, my psychologist has just been murdered. What? He was murdered by a prisoner with a fountain pen. What? Oh my God. No! That is not okay. Oh God, and the new one's got the same office. Oh no. Oh my God, okay. That's not good. That is, that's so bad. Oh no, man. That is terrible. That is actually terrible. I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe this has happened. Oh man, all right. Well, at the very least, we have new prisoners coming in. So we're up to 60. We got some money from that. The prison is absolutely going to hell right now. And I've just realized we don't actually have a servo on visitation. So let me just very quickly get a door servo onto visitation. And we'll open that door to let them through as well. Hopefully that gets them to chill a little bit. It'd be nice if it did, but obviously no guarantees there. And I mean, the prison danger level's not as high as it has been, so we have that going for us as well. It's just unfortunate that my prisoners keep killing everybody. I'm gonna have to get armed guards. It's as simple as that. I think armed guards are 100% what we need. So we'll see. I'm also gonna hire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more guards just to make sure that all of the servos and whatnot are actually operated, even if they are a little bit slow and if I have slightly overloaded some of the servos. My hope, at the very least, is that a few more guards will help things along a little bit, so we'll see. Also, this guy's been down here for a while, this guard. He's been sat on that bed for a hot minute. I'm going to fire him just because I think he might be bugged, and we'll just hire another one. And we'll see if that works out. Hopefully it does. That guy's getting treated, so that's fine. And power, oh my God, power is like really close to being overwhelmed. All right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get those armed guards, and then I want to look at the farms, because we've been sitting on that for a while. So staff, we can have up to 10 armed guards currently. So let's go for, they're expensive, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then what I want to say is, we're not going to free fire, although it would be interesting if we did. Interesting, I think, is a fair word to use there. What I want to do is essentially go to deployment, go to patrols, and during food time, I want to assign some armed guards. I'm going to put 2 in the canteen. And then during free time and whatnot, we might want 2 more armed guards, because what I'm thinking we do for the armed guards is, well, free time and work time. I don't really know, actually. I guess maybe 2 armed guards in the, when do they get yard time? I think right there. So what if we put 2 armed guards in the yard? And then during free time, we put 2 armed guards in the yard. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that's maybe that might be a little excessive, I'll be honest. But at the very least, my hope would be that the prisoners, for example, right here. Oh my God, someone just got shot. And someone else just got shot. Right. Right, okay. Killed by prisoner with hammer, killed by armed guard with shotgun, prisoner with hammer, armed guard with shotgun. So, the armed guard, why is someone else dead? Hello? Why? All right, well, they're not happy about the shakedown, but the armed guards are working, so I'll take it. We've had 9 deaths today, but the armed guards certainly seem to be effective. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Rather than going ahead and building these farms, I'm gonna change my cell blocks the way I said I was gonna change my cell blocks. So this one up here, what I want to do is I want to go to walls, and I want to go to brick wall and build one there, and I'm gonna build one here as well. And I'm gonna go into objects, and I'm going to go right down to dismantle those lights and those lights, because I can put 2 extra cells in there, and I can do 2 cells up at the top as well. And essentially, I want to come in here and dismantle all of this as well. And I'm going to build some extra walls, and I'm essentially going to make the cell blocks so one big cell block is going to become 2 smaller cell blocks, and then I can essentially, hopefully, separate these things in such a way, and I've realized this is going to cause some issues with this might cause some issues with my guards. I suppose the patrols are going to be slightly messed up, aren't they? If I look at them. Yeah, they are a little bit. I wonder if we want to put, instead of doing an extra cell, what if we did a door? So you can still walk through there, you can still patrol around. I actually think that might be a better idea, is to put a large jail door, you know, here and here, and we'll do one here as well. And then I'll do the same at the bottom here too. So we want one there and there, and we're gonna want one here. So if I go into objects and I go right down to dismantle, I want to dismantle the servo, I want to prioritize all of that, and my thinking is that that is essentially going to separate all of that space. So we'll put the walls in there, and we should have the doors and stuff going in as well, which is fine. If we go back to deployment, these patrols should be able to continue. So we'll go ahead and do that right there. And we kind of need the same thing done up here, so I can do this, and that should keep that patrol going. So now we have those doors, and they don't have servos on them, which is what I want. My thinking is if I go to logistics, or I go to deployment, or I go to intelligence, there's one of these options I'm looking for, and I can't find it. This one, gang segregation. Essentially, what I can say is that ex-gang members go in there, right? The jackals go in there. And then if we come down this way, the bone breakers go in here. And the vipers go in there. Now we need to go and actually say that ex-gang members get that shower as well. So right there, and the jackals go right there. So that gives all of that space for the various people and whatnot. They are going to overlap in the canteen, in the yard, in the workshops and all that, but at least in the cell blocks, that overlap isn't going to exist, which is kind of what I'm looking for. So we'll see if people actually get moved around or not. I'm not 100% sure if they will, but that should, if we look at gangs, eventually move people around. This guy, for example, well, actually, let's see, what gang is this? The jackals are there. So hold on a minute. Let's look at deployment. So red gang needs to be bottom left. All right. So if I go to intelligence and I go to gangs, you, for example, and you need to be moved to the bottom left, and so do you as well. So you, I need to change your cell to down here, essentially. That's occupied, though. So I want to swap you. I'm going to swap you there, essentially. And then we want to do the same with this one. Gang soldier cell. Left click to show prisoner. Right click to select the prisoner to choose where I'd like him to go. I would like him to go right there. So I'm going to swap them around. And then this one is, I think we already moved this guy down here, but we'll do something like that. So those guys should all be together. I don't know what, so red gang's bottom left, right? Let me just double check that. So red gang is here. These guys are also red gang though. So I need to change your cell to here. I need to change your cell to here. And that puts red gang in that whole space, which is, again, kind of what we're looking for. So red gang is now down here. Blue gang is bottom right. Purple gang is top left. So blue gang and purple gang. So they have all being moved around. So the gangs are now actually separated in their cell blocks, which is what we're looking for. So that's good. Hopefully that's very good. You, however, so we do have 2 members down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you, we need to end your punishment. And then I want to make sure that you're actually assigned to, you know, wherever you're needing to go to. So can I open that for you? No. There's no free cells for this prisoner. Interesting. No free cells for this prisoner. How has that worked out? What do you mean you don't have a free cell? That's weird to me. So he's going to shower. Can I not swap your cell around with someone else? That's kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest. That's a little bit weird that somehow we don't have a free cell for him. Oh boy, 24 prisoners are currently rioting. Oh, well, I'll tell you what we're gonna have to do here. I'm gonna send all of my guards into that canteen. I'm also gonna turn on free fire, which I might regret. But we're gonna do it anyway, because I think we kind of need to. So let's just, one of my armed guards is unconscious. That's a problem. It's a lot of deaths. Someone has a gun. Oh my god. There's 13 deaths. That's not good. But the riot seems to be over, so at the very least, we have that going for us. Wow. 14 deaths today, by the way. How are we doing for staff right now? I lost 2 armed guards and all of that. I'd like those back. And I guess 5 more guards just to, you know, do that. And also apparently I lost a doctor at some point. Let me get you again, because we kind of need that. I'm also missing a bunch of cooks as well. There were 5 of those at one point. So we'll get those 2. And apparently a dog handler might be gone as well. So we'll get all those members of staff back and, well, why are you fighting now? What is wrong with you? What? What did you do? You attacked staff? You destroyed stuff? We need to increase punishments, is what we need to do. We need to increase punishments. This is getting silly. Okay, you know what? I got my armed guards. They seem to sort of work. There's still a bunch of dead bodies in the canteen, but they'll get moved eventually. What I want to do right now is, well, 2 things. I want to start building the stuff for farming, because I've been saying for ages that we're going to do that, and we haven't done it yet. So what I'm thinking we do is oh my god, there's so many trees. I want to go in here and I do want to get some money from trees. So we're going to just chop down a bunch of trees at the bottom of the map so I can get some money to build what I want to build. And while that's going on, I want to go into planning and I want to get essentially a perimeter wall that goes whatever distance, say, what is that, 50 right there? So 50 that way, right? And we're going to have some kind of wall there. I don't know if that's going to be perimeter or not, but it'll be some kind of wall. I want an entrance to this area right here, and I want to use fences to go across, like, something like that. Doesn't really matter what it is. Doesn't have to be too crazy. In fact, we can do it sort of this way, and this will be part of the same allotment. Now, in there, we have 49... what is that? 49 meters. So if I was to go, let's say 17 and then do this. And then I go another 17 and I do this and I go 13, 17. So 17 might have been too much. What if I do this instead? That gives me, so that should be 16 down there. So 16's there. We bring this up and across and down. We take out this part and those parts as well. So that is now 16. This is now 16. And then this is still 17. I'm an idiot. I should have measured this all slightly differently. So essentially, this is what I'm thinking. We can have a vegetable allotment down here. We can have an orchard right here. We can have a farming field right here. And each of those is going to need a shed. But essentially, we can put people to work in these farming areas to hopefully bring us a little bit more money. So we can put a door right there just to make it nice and secure. And honestly, I'm thinking a door right here with a couple of metal detectors right here might be a pretty good idea so that they're not bringing things back from the farming areas. So I don't really know what I want this to all be made of. I am thinking currently that perimeter wall, it might be for the best, but it's ridiculously expensive. That's kind of why we're tearing down some trees. And I think, honestly, perimeter wall is gonna have to be what we use, because I'm pretty sure prisoners can't actually tunnel underneath of it. So we'll try it out. I'm also gonna go ahead and sell all of this, if it's going to let me do that, which it does. Sell all of that I can't do, that's fine. So back up to the walls. We want to go across here, and we want to go essentially down to about there, which is as far as we can afford to do. So if you guys wouldn't mind just tearing down a little bit more, I'd like to sell it, and I'll go finish my my perimeter wall right here. So just those 3 bits right there. And that should make this nice and secure. At the very least, my prisoners aren't going to be able to tunnel under it, or I think climb over it, which I don't actually know if they can do that, but I know at least now they can. Also, oh boy. Are you a confidential informant by any chance? You don't seem to be, but you seem to have been targeted. So that's probably a bit of a problem, I'll be honest. It's definitely a bit of a problem, but I don't know, this prison's going to hell. It's that simple. It's terrible. This is a terrible prison. Oh no, this is interesting. We've got a tunnel search going on, and we happen to have found a tunnel, so let's just very, very quickly go and remove all of that. We had 3 more guys trying to escape right there. Bit of a fight going on down here, but nothing seems to be too crazy at the moment. We did also find, oh, for God's sake, really? Why were you killed? What did you do? What did you, why were you killed? Why are you fighting? Just eat your breakfast! Just eat your breakfast and stop murdering each other! I will turn this prison around! Alright? Eat your breakfast. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. This behavior. Like children. They're like children. I said it. Anyway, I'm building a farm. I'm building a farm. I'm trying to tend to my garden, and these guys are over here murdering each other. I'm sick of it. Alright, I want grass in there. I want it to look nice. And I want mosaic floors right there. And you know what? I want paving stones here, because it's going to look even nicer. So paving stones the entire way along there, and I want it all prioritized, because I want it done now. Oh, apparently I've completed a grant. I'm not exactly sure what it was. I think it might have been the license plate one. Ooh, it was the license plate one. Lovely. Okay. Well, I got money from that. That's good. In terms of other grants, what have we got? Reform through education. I'm going to say no. Carpentry is produce 10 superior beds. Interesting. So I don't know that we're going to do that. I'm not 100% sure on that. The crackdown on drugs should be easy enough. And then removing the supply of stolen tools and stolen weapons is probably doable as well. So let's have a go at tool cleanup, which is remove the supply of stolen tools and stolen weapons. So let's just, I guess, shake down the entire prison and see what we can find, and maybe just get some, I mean, yeah, there's the stolen tools gone, and then the weapons should be relatively easy, I would imagine. I think. I would hope. I don't know if we're actually gonna, I mean, the weapons, I imagine, might be in the cells. Oh, no, there we go. So we completed that grant. That was remarkably easy. What was the other one? Find 10 illegal narcotics. We can probably do that. Wait, did I do it already? Oh my God, I think I did. All right, well, got a license to print money. I'll take it. What else have we got? Reform through education, still going to be a no. Carpentry, 10 superior beds. I just don't see that one happening, but I guess I'll take it just to see if we can do it. I don't know how to produce 10 superior beds. I mean, carpenter table, dismantle. Is it like a program? So if I go to prisoner programs, workshop safety, carpentry. Ooh. Okay. Now that would be good. So that, I assume, is, yeah, that's use the carpenter's table. So let's start that. We might as well give it a shot. We'll go ahead and unschedule that completely. We do want to do a fight club. And we also need to do this what is it? Doctor in an infirmary takes an hour. Each participant requires a medical bed. Referral drug addiction. Parole hearings we need to do as well. Faith we need to do as well. I think we need to do this pharmacological treatment of drug addiction. Let's get that started. Let's edit the schedule. And I'm going to just throw a bunch of those in here throughout the day. And what we can do is essentially go to deployment, and then during the middle of the day, we'll just go ahead and assign like 3 or 4 guards to the infirmary, and that should keep us good. Hopefully, I guess. Ooh, this is pretty much done as well. Lovely. Can I just make sure that the paving stones... Why have we got another death? Why has someone else died? Why does this keep happening? What now? How are you killed? Killed for being a snitch. Well, you probably had it coming, to be fair. So I'm not actually as annoyed about that one as I am the other ones. All right, so we have a vegetable allotment. Farming rooms allow for the planting of vegetable, fruit trees, They can be sold as exports or used for meals. Okay, so that's fine. We also need an orchard, which is going to be this guy right about here. And then the other one, I believe, is just a farming field, which can go right about here. So we have those. They all happen to need, I guess, sheds. So if I go ahead and grab a shed, I can put it, I guess we'll do, what way do I want this thing? I guess 1 and 2 and 3. And that should be good for the farm fields. So we'll get those in there. I want to prioritize all of that work to make sure that these things are done. And then we need to plant 5 crops of any type in each room. And we're out of power. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. That's bad news. That's very bad news, is what that is. I'll tell you what. Let's try and bring the power consumption down. Because what I did was I may have went in there and placed a few extra lights in a few places that we might not need. So I'll just take some of the lights out. Because like I said, I just don't think we're not necessarily going to need all of them. So let's see. What else can I remove here? We probably don't need those ones. We probably don't need all of these ones either. So we'll take those out. And I'll take these guys out. I'll take those guys out. And let's just very quickly prioritize all the work that needs done in that space. And see if I can turn the lights back on. And just the power in general back on. Because this is kind of a problem. Is what it is. It does look like a lot of them have been removed. So let's take a look. Can I switch it on? Does it stay on? It just about does. Okay, lovely. So that's good. These guys here are going to be needing some water. So in terms of water, we'll just go ahead and run it straight out here. We'll run it straight up to here. And I'm probably just going to run some large pipes out to the sheds because I feel like I might as well. And we'll run it right down like that as well just to make sure it gets done. And of course, prioritize all that work so it gets done quickly. So before I can actually do anything with these farms, I need to research farming. So while that's going on, let's go ahead and take a look at crop distribution. Because what I think I can do with this is I can send these crops to a couple of different places. I can send them to that canteen and that canteen, but I can also, I think, send them to exports. So we have kind of a split going on there, which I think would be kind of interesting. So I think that's what we're going to do is essentially we're going to have these all set up to go to all of the different canteens, which apparently this one is, I believe, just an export. Yeah, so we're going to have some dedicated exports as well as some stuff going to our canteens, which is probably fair enough. I think that's probably fair enough. It gives us a nice mix. It means we're making some money, but we're also getting fresh ingredients, and I kind of like that. Laundry distribution, on the other hand, I think I want this place to serve this entire cell block as well. So I want it to go there and there. And I kind of want it to go there. Which means this laundry room is now just serving the reception, which is probably fair enough. And I don't think I can say anything about the cleaning cupboard, but that should be fine, having that one laundry room serving all of this. It's a pretty big laundry room, so I think we'll be all right there. And it'll hopefully, you know, that'll hopefully make people happier as well. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully good things. And then, like I said, in terms of research, it's going to take a little minute, but, oh, what do you want? Just discovered that one of the teachers we bring in for the inmates' classes has been smuggling in huge amounts of contraband. They've been fired, but the damage has been done at this point. Oh boy, that would explain a lot. That would definitely explain a lot. All right, well, let's do a quick narcotics search on all sections of the prison and all sectors of the prison and see if that maybe helps us find some things. You know, what's interesting is as soon as that narcotics search ended, the automatic shakedown happened. So the prisoners are not gonna be happy with me right now. They just had like a double search go on, and it's... How many prisoners have we got in solitary right now? 13 in solitary, 1 awaiting. We do have a lot of prisoners up for parole. That's something we should probably look into, to be quite honest. And also, crop distribution, after being unlocked, this can be found within the logistics menu. I've already looked at crop distribution. I don't know why that's there, but at the very least, we should now have, I guess, some objects here. So if I go to farming, yeah, I can start placing things. So we can do corn, we can do barley, we can do wheat. And, I mean, oh man, this, if I remember right, this is all a whole thing, if I remember right. It really is. I need a good spread of sprinklers. So let's figure that out, and let's say that maybe we have a sprinkler here, and then we need to go and do this, and then this, and then we need to go down further and do this and this, and that should give us a decent little area. And then if I move this over, I can sort of put one there. It gives us a bit of weird overlap, but let's just go with that. And let's see what I can do in terms of a sprinkler here. And I guess here. And then we kind of just want to see what we can do in terms of sprinklers here as well. So if I go to that spot and that spot, I'm going to need one there and there to have sort of the same overlap, I think. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not right at all. So there. So sprinkler's gonna have to be doubled up in the middle of this place, which is a bit weird, but honestly, it'll have to do. To be quite frank, it's just gonna have to do the job. So there and there. We want to double those up, and we want to go, I guess, there and there. And that'll give us a decent, you know, bit of space for crops to grow. We can put corn and barley and wheat and all that stuff in amongst all of that. We could do the drain pipes sort of along the sides if we really wanted to have some extra crops, which I don't really care for too much. Compost bins. Honestly, probably good for a bit of fertilizer. Maybe a couple of compost bins sort of down here. We'll see how that goes. And then we have things like auto gatherers. Now these things, if I remember right, like auto harvesters are actually kind of nuts. We could put one, you know, in sort of all of these spots to try and do some good stuff. Like the auto scythe will gather a lot of stuff as well. It's kind of nuts how much you can automate this, but I think for now I'm going to keep it simple. I don't think I want to go too crazy. The most I want to do is bring these pipes in here to get these guys set up, and then basically just run pipes like this the entire way through all of this space to make sure everything has water. And, well, maybe we do go for something automatic. What about the auto harvester? And if I put one there, there, and there? I don't know if I can put them in those spots, to be quite honest. It's a little bit odd that I can't do that, but apparently I can't put the auto harvester in there at all. I can put it in there, though, which is fair enough. I guess we'll just leave it. I guess we'll not worry too much about it. Let's just do, wait, why can't I plant this either? What does it have to be on? Outdoor only. Does it have to be on dirt? Ooh, that's actually kind of odd. Barley, wheat. Huh. Maybe I have to sell whatever floorings here? Or do I have to do something with the ground? Landscaping, mud, dirt. Ooh. I feel like I've done something wrong here. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've We might need dirt. Let's give that a test. Actually, it's because I was an idiot and I'm trying to grow vegetables, or not vegetables, I'm trying to grow crops in the wrong allotments. So let's just go for corn, I guess? Sold for 5 each, 3 each. Let's just, well, wheat is actually pretty good as well. Okay. Harvested wheat can be sold for 6 each. Let's do wheat. Let's just have a go at this. It's going to be kind of expensive, I think. But we'll see what happens. I guess I can just sort of go the entire way down here with a whole bunch of wheat. And we'll see if that works. And then in terms of the orchard, I guess we're looking at, like, a tree, I think. Apple trees can be placed in an orchard. Yeah, they absolutely can. These things are actually kind of huge, though, and I'm not too sure how well they're going to fit into all this space. But I guess we'll have to figure that out. Apples are 10 apples per tree, 4 each. Bananas are kind of better. So bananas and peaches are kind of what we're looking for. Banana trees, I think they're all the same size. So let's do, I don't know, I should be able to do this, I think. So let's do something like that, I guess. It's a little expensive, and then I can throw a tree there, and I guess, well, actually, we'll not do that. We'll just do this kind of layout and see what happens. We'll see how that goes. And then down here, I can go ahead and put the grass back in, and this is vegetables, so we need to figure out what the vegetables are going to be, which in this case, if we just scroll down, it's potatoes, it's carrots, it's tomatoes, and cabbages. So the most profitable one is going to be cabbages, tomatoes, or carrots. And I guess let's go for tomatoes. Seems like kind of a good way to do things. And we can go right up to this corner, right to that corner, and straight to there. And we'll see if that works out. We'll see if that's good, or if things go terribly, or what happens. If I go to logistics, I can go and say, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to worry about the deaths today. It's going to just keep happening. But what we can do is we can go into programs, and I'm wondering if we can now do farm work safety, which we absolutely can. Flower therapy is whatever. So farm work safety, we can go in and look at it, and farm work safety is right there. So that's not too bad. We also have that shared classroom, which isn't that, I mean, the guards kind of go there. Yeah, for disarming, that's okay. This seems fine. This seems okay. I'm not super stressed about that. That seems like a good little layout. So we'll go for that. That's going to give my prisoners somewhere to work at some point. I am wondering if maybe I got more farmers, you know, maybe 2 more, a little bit expensive. Will they, you know, help look after the allotments? I would imagine so. And I'm also realizing I can go and clear all of my plans because we have done everything we wanted to do in terms of plans. At least so far. This is far from a perfect prison. There's still a lot of work I want to do, but I'm kind of happy. You know, we've got up to 60 inmates. We've got these fields going, and we'll see what happens there. We have the workshop kind of going and things getting made down there. So aside from the riot and the ridiculous amount of death, I'm not super stressed currently. I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. But yeah, I think we're doing okay. I think we're getting there. We also just completed that grant, so that's going to be a beautiful thing as well. So we should see some money come in from the farms eventually. And I guess we should also go ahead and grab another grant and see what we can do. So overproduction. Sell 50 harvested carrots, potatoes, cabbages, tomatoes, apples, peaches, and bananas. That's a lot of money. Oh, sorry, that's a lot of things and not a lot of money. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Hire 5 farm workers, purchase 10 bags of compost, harvest 50 plants of any kind, sell them, and collect 5 seeds. Yeah, let's try and be self-sustaining. We can probably do that. We need 10 bags of compost fertilizer, apparently. But let's go ahead and hire 2 more farmers, I guess, to get that done. And that's sorted. 10 bags of compost fertilizer. So if I go to fertilizer, we're looking for compost fertilizer. And I need to just slap this on whatever. I'm going to just put it on, like, I guess across here. That's actually not that expensive. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? We'll do that, and we'll do that. It's not high quality fertilizer, but that's all right. 25% speed increase in growth and ripening time. That's all right by me.